Very good. Nominee, you may now hand over the original documents to the Secretariat for verification, all of them including your ID card, academic certificates, testimonials, and any other relevant document you have. Thank you. Right. Nominee, now it is your turn to introduce yourself to us, and in less than 10 minutes, take us through your journey of life, including your academics and your presence today.
Thank you, Honorable Chair and honorable members of the Justice and Legal Affairs Committee of our Honorable Parliament. Honorable Chair, it is really my pleasure to appear before this honorable committee to present myself and to have a conversation with you on behalf of the people of Kenya, so that this committee will understand me as an individual and me as the nominee, and what makes me suitable to be confirmed as the chairperson of the independent from Turkana County. I am aged 49 years, having been born in 1976. I am a family person, married with 3 beautiful children, 2 girls and 1 boy. And currently, I live both in Nairobi and Johannesburg in South Africa. In terms of my professions, Honorable Chair, I wish to inform this committee that I am a lawyer by training and an advocate of the High Court of Kenya of more than 22 years, having been admitted to the bar by the Honorable Chief Justice Evans Gisheru way back in 2003, precisely 12th June 2003. As a lawyer, I like to describe myself as a human rights lawyer. That's the basis of my career, and a governance expert. I also, Honorable Chair, wear another hat as in terms of my profession, because I'm not only a lawyer. I did diversify my career and ventured into the field of conflict resolution and peace building. That includes all disciplines of ADR and of course peace studies and peace research. Lastly, in terms of how I describe myself as a professional, I also wear another hat, that of a programs management specialist, specializing in international development cooperation, having also worked in that field for quite some time, for more than 15 years. And Honorable Chair, in terms of all this, what I've described as my professions, I have academic qualifications to back it up. As a lawyer, I have a master's degree in law, specializing in oil, gas, and energy law, having obtained this qualification from the University of Derby in the UK in the year 2016. I also have a Bachelor's of Law degree, second class honors, upper division, which I obtained way back in 2001 from the University of Nairobi here in our country. As you all know, University of Nairobi is one of our premier and prestigious institutions. Having completed my Bachelor of Law studies at the University of Nairobi, I proceeded, as just like most lawyers would do, to the Kenya School of Law, where I obtained a postgraduate diploma in law. And after that, that is when I met the requirements for the Council for Legal Education, and I was admitted now to the bar subsequently in 2003, as I've said. I In terms of specializing in international human rights law, I have a specialization certificate in implementation of international human rights treaties, which qualifications I obtained from the University of Nottingham in the UK in the year 2007, under the prestigious Chevening Fellowship Program by the British Foreign and Commonwealth Office in 2007. Honorable Chair, my academic journey did not just stop with law. As I've mentioned, I tried to diversify, and in that respect, I have additional 2 qualifications: a Master of Arts in Peace, Conflict and Development Studies from the University of King James I in Spain. They call it Universidad Jaume I, which qualifications I obtained in 2012. And then later, in the course of my career with the United Nations, it was necessary for me to also understand the discipline and the practical field of international project management. I followed that with an academic qualification at the University of Liverpool, where I obtained a Master of Science degree in projects management, specializing in development cooperation projects. That's my academic journey level, qualifications at that higher level. But perhaps most important for this committee is for me to reflect back where I started. From the dry, dusty village of Morulem, where I started my primary school under Acacia Tree, where I schooled in class 1 up to class 4 under Acacia Tree, because we did not have classrooms. That did not deter me to score an A- in the KCSE of 1991, and that qualifications removed me from the hardships of Turkana and brought me to Nairobi, where I joined the Starehe Boys Center and School. And it's at Starehe Boys Center and School that my life changed and took a different trajectory. At Starehe, we were taught to serve. We were helped and guided and prepared to serve our fellow countrymen. And it's with that spirit, Mr. Chair, sorry I'm a bit emotional, but it's within that spirit that I have focused my life on public service and giving back to the community and to my country. It is at Starehe that we were taught that at some point, this generation of ours will have to bear the weight of government in our shoulders. And in doing that, we must be guided by justice, zeal, and care. So, Honorable Chair and members, that is the bit about my academic journey and a description of my profession. Allow me, Chair, then, to just outline to you very briefly my work experience and the institutions where I've worked before having obtained these academic qualifications.
In 2 minutes.
In 2 minutes. Honorable Chair and members, I have had the rare privilege to work in this honorable house as a clerk assistant trainee and research associate between 2002 to 2003, where I worked with the departmental committees before I proceeded for my further studies. I have worked in 2 law firms, and subsequently I registered also my law firm in 2013. Having done that, I also proceeded to work with the National Commission on Human Rights, which is one of those commissions provided for in the Constitution, as a senior human rights officer. And I think that's when I launched my human rights career as a lawyer. So after that, I proceeded to spend most of the time within the United Nations, close to 13 years, where I served in various capacities within the institution. And in the United Nations, I would like to bring to your attention, honorable members, our role in the United Nations Development Program is to work with national institutions. And it's through that I interacted closely with our work on electoral management. And when I finished my tour of duty with the United Nations, I decided, for obvious reasons, to go back to Turkana and give back to my county. At the advent of devolution, most of the counties were going through teething problems. And one of them that I identified was the lack of qualified legal practitioners in far-flung places like Turkana. And it's within that context that I went back and I joined the county public service as the first Turkana County attorney, established the office, led that office, built its capacity. But besides focusing in Turkana, honorable chair and members, my influence and my mentorship and leadership also reached far across other counties such as Marsabit, Samburu, Isiolo, Mandera, and many others, where I helped our young county attorneys in terms of mentoring them and helping them to set up those very important legal offices. When I finished